Morgan Mustangs, it will be Kyle Daniels. Daniels will be on the hill and hitting leadoff for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Joey Schneider will be catching for the Mustangs today. Around the infield, Wes Anderson at first, Reyes Rodriguez at second, Austin Kosman at third, Tony Swetzik will be playing at shortstop. The outfield for the Mustangs today, left fielder is Juan Aguilar, the center fielder James Blackston, and the right fielder is Jared Bohm. Playing the designated hitting role and hitting for Juan Aguilar is Chris Anderson. The Englewood Pirates will be stepping to the plate here in the top part of this first inning, and they'll lead things off with Mason Stepanich, followed by Tristan Cisneros and Gerardo Gutierrez. Tyler Harris will be cleaning up today for the Englewood Pirates. Mario Vega in the 5 spot. Conrad Drolshagen in the 6 hole hitting 7th will be Brian Schrock. Isaiah Kovac hitting 8th. And Miguel Montez hitting 9th. These two teams squared off on Wednesday, as you heard right here on B106. And the game on Wednesday saw an 18-5 victory for the Mustangs as they finished perfect on the road this season. The Mustangs put up 10 runs in the 7th inning. Englewood countered with 4, but it was the 18-5 victory for the Mustangs. And now they have an opportunity to go 12-0 in league if they can get the victory. They've already got the league title locked up as this team has gone 11-0 to this point in this season. I'm excited to be here. I really am. I literally grew up about 4 blocks away from this field here in Fort Morgan, and I've been by several former cornfields. I've been by my elementary school. I've been by the house I grew up in. It's they have Throwback Thursday on Facebook. No, it's Flashback Friday for me today, coming back here, and I'm very glad that I get the opportunity to bring you the action right here on B106. So the Mustangs will take the field, and on the hill, as we mentioned, for the Fort Morgan Mustangs, pitching will be Kyle Daniels. The left-hander on this season for the Fort Morgan Mustangs is 5-2 overall record. He's made 10 total appearances, pitched 41 2/3 innings. He's got a 2.69 ERA. Daniels on the year in that 41 2/3 innings has struck out 50. He has walked 24 and allowed 16 earned runs and 40 hits that's in there. So getting a good start to this game, I think, is going to be the very big key for the sophomore on the hill. If he can come out, if he can really force this Englewood team to go after the ball and let his defense do the work behind him, it puts pressure on a team early on in a game. My job over on 105.7 KPMX and 94.5 The Ranch is covering Northeastern Junior College baseball. So I approach the game with a very college mentality of put the ball in play, let the defense do the work out there. We'll see if Daniels can get the job done this sophomore. He's been very good this year, very impressive for him on the hill. Of course, he and senior Jared Bohm have shared the bulk of the pitching duties this year for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. It's time for the first pitch, and it's brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. With 2 locations in Brush and Fort Morgan, Ingmeyer Phillips can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance needs. Daniels, the left-hander, firing the first pitch into Stepanich, and it's in for strike 1, and this game is underway at 5 minutes past the top of the hour. Our opening temperature 75 degrees, a little bit of a wind blowing in as the 0-1 pitch from Daniels is off the plate to the left-handed hitting Mason Stepanich, and the count evens out at 1-1 here in the top of the first inning. Daniels, breaking ball, he'll drop it on the outside corner for strike 2, so now a very aggressive situation here. We'll see if he nibbles off the zone or goes right at him. 1-2. Daniels fires the pitch. Check swing. Ring him off. Strike 3. Stepanich held back. Should not have it. Dropped across the zone. And there's your first down here in the top of the first inning. With 1 away, that'll bring Tristan Cisneros to the plate, playing shortstop today for the Englewood Pirates. They're in their blue jerseys. Mustangs in their whites. The maroon and black alternate colors there as Cisneros watches the first pitch from Daniels by for strike 1. Don't have numbers with what the Englewood kids did, but I do have what the Mustang kids did in the game on Wednesday, so we'll pass those along as the Mustangs come to the plate. Cisneros watched Daniels pitch low and away, and the count evens out at 1-1 with one away. Pitch delivered, nice breaking ball across the zone, but missed. Must have been off the plate, and the count goes to 2-1. Daniels, very steady work rate. He'll miss high. Count will go to 3-1 for the left-handed sophomore. Looking for his 6th win of the year. He's 5-2, Bohm 7-1. The 3-1 pitch in off the hands, and Cisneros can't catch up to it, and the count goes full. One away, top of the first, as we get underway at Legion Field here in Fort Morgan. The 3-2 pitch, ring him up. Strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 strikeouts looking for Kyle Daniels, and 2 away. That'll bring the Pirate catcher Gerardo Gutierrez to the plate. Daniels, 10 pitches through the first 2 batters, getting 2 strikeouts looking. Try and get the side in order as Daniels. He'll run a breaking ball off the plate, and that's the first pitch ball. He's gone strikes to the first 2 guys. Didn't get that one to bite off on the outside corner. 1-0. Pitch lined off foul, and the count leaving out at 1-1. Gutierrez will dig back in. Daniels will take his signs from Schneider. Breaking ball painted on the black for strike 2. So he got behind 1-0. Now he's worked his way back to a 1-2 count. Again, we'll see how aggressive he goes. He went right on the corner last time. 1-2. Pitch delivered. Fastball down the middle. Popped up the chute on the right side of the infield. Stepping off first base, Wes Anderson. He's called off by Reyes Rodriguez, and he puts it out in the side down in order. Middle of the first inning, we're scoreless. Mustang bats to the plate next on B106. We come back to the field here in Fort Morgan, and it's the bottom of the first inning as the Mustang bats will come to the plate against Englewood. I'm Ben Black at bottom of the first, brought to you by Morgan Federal Bank, a bank committed to the community and keeping banking simple. When you need banking advice, stop by and see one of their loan officers Monday through Friday at 321 Ensign. Morgan Federal Bank, there is a difference. For the Englewood Pirates, they'll send out to the hill Mario Vega pitching here in the bottom of the first. Vega will face the Fort Morgan Mustang lineup that is as follows. Kyle Daniels will lead things off, followed by Chris Anderson, the designated hitter, and Reyes Rodriguez, the 3 guaranteed up here in the first inning. Wes Anderson will clean up today for the Mustangs. James Blackston hitting 5th. Jared Bohm hitting 6th. Tony Swetzik, Austin Kosman, and Joey Schneider rounding out the starting 9. Catching for the Englewood Pirates will be Gerardo Gutierrez. Around the infield for them, Tyler Harris at first, Miguel Montez at second, and Conrad Drolshagen at third. Their shortstop, Tristan Cisneros. Left field is Brian Schrock, Isaiah Kovac out in center, and Mason Stepanich in right. And the Mustangs will try and take advantage of the side being sat down in order in the top part of the inning. What better way than the guy that did it in the top part of the inning, Kyle Daniels, to lead things off. He'll dig in, and he'll take the first pitch inside for ball 1 from Vega. A game this past Wednesday, which was an 18-5 win for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Kyle Daniels went 4 for 6, drove in a run, went 1 for 4, drove in a run, and scored 4. So he takes the 1-0 pitch out of the zone. The count goes to 2-0. Vega, high leg kick. He'll fire the pitch. Daniels will rifle it off foul. So the count goes to 2-1. Daniels going 1 for 4, but scoring the 4 runs because I would presume he probably drew walks. He reached on an air one time, on a fielder's choice another, and drew 2 walks to help score those 4 runs. The 2-1 pitch, he'll hit a high blooper over to short, and that's an easy catch for Cisneros. And the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. That'll bring Chris Anderson to the plate. Senior designated hitter this past Wednesday, went 1 for 5, scored a run and drove in a run. Struck out once, hit by a pitch one time in 6 plate appearances. The designated hitter is hitting for Juan Aguilar as he'll take the first pitch and fist it off foul. And that'll take the count to 0-1. Mustangs trying to go 12-0 in the Colorado 7. They've already won the title for the 2nd year in a row. there's something to be said about being undefeated. It's a pride thing right now. Anderson takes the 0-1 pitch high and tight, and the count will even out with one away here in the bottom of the first inning. Vega, the right-hander, high leg kick. He'll fire the pitch, showing bunt. Anderson backed out, and the pitch walked out of the zone. The count goes to 2-1. Chris Anderson digs back in, back-to-back lefties across the top of the lineup. Pitch low and in the dirt for ball 3. See if Chris Anderson can find his way aboard. Vega delivers the pitch. He can. Drills the 3-1 back up the middle, and a single is the result with one out here in the first inning. And the Mustangs have a man aboard for Reyes Rodriguez, the senior, coming off of a 2-for-3 game. Drove in 2, scored 2. But Reyes Rodriguez was hit by 2 pitches and reached on an error in addition to a walk this past Wednesday in the 18-5 win. And he'll have an opportunity with a man aboard. Will be interesting to see how aggressive the Mustangs get here on the base paths. They stole 4 bases in the game on Wednesday against the Englewood Pirates with a righty with a high leg kick. Would not surprise me if they are incredibly aggressive. Back pick shown down to first after the first pitch to Reyes Rodriguez missed in for a ball. Schneider trying to catch Chris Anderson off the back. 1-0, 1 away. Rodriguez, the first righty in the lineup. Pitch is in the dirt, and it's a pass ball. Down to second will go Chris Anderson as he gets to the backstop. 2-0 in the count. Runner now in scoring position for the Fort Morgan Mustangs as they look to strike first in the bottom first of their final game of the regular season. Englewood slated to take on Elizabeth. That game scheduled for Monday. That's their final game of the regular season. Reyes Rodriguez should see something pretty juicy to hit here. 2-0 pitch just below the knees. Ball 3. Now you sit with the bat on your shoulder. Take. Make the pitches run up. 3-0, 1 away. Vega fires the pitch, and there's going to be your first strike of the count. Now with a 3-1, you know he's got to find the zone. So Reyes Rodriguez chokes up a shade on the bat. Should see something pretty hittable here. Well, he doesn't. Misses inside and a walk. So the single by Chris Anderson. He took second on a pass ball, and then the walk puts runners on first and second for Wes Anderson, who went 1 for 6, driving in 3 this past Wednesday. And back on the left side, he will go. Vega fires the first pitch to him, and he belts it high, but foul for strike 1. Anderson had 3 driven in. You had Cosman with 2, Rodriguez with 2, Swetzig with 2. Very balanced offensive effort in the game on Wednesday. 0-1, 2 aboard. Vega, he'll fire the pitch. Anderson hits a roller to the right side, and it finds its way out into right field. This should play to run. Rounding third is Chris Anderson. The throw-in is cut off at second. Going first to third on the play, Reyes Rodriguez. It's an RBI single for Wes Anderson. And the Mustangs have struck first, up 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Chris Anderson moving on contact. And with runners on the corners, that'll bring James Blackston to the plate. Blackston did not come up with a hit, but scored 2 runs, finding his way on several different ways in the game on Wednesday. First pitch to him is in the dirt for ball 1. First Mustang run of the ball game brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Let State Farm Insurance office of Greg Mullen and Brush help you find the best policy to fit your life. Home, auto, life, health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call today, 842-4555. 1-0. Pitch delivered in at the knees to Blackston, and the count will even out with men on the corners and one already crossed, 1 away here in the bottom of the first. Vega keeping an eye. He's going to step off and chase Wes Anderson back to the bag. 1-1. Vega will come to the plate this time. Pitch hammered back up the middle. It's tailing away from the center fielder, and it's going to get all the way to the fence. It's picked off, gunning for second, and dropping in safely with a double is James Blackston, moving first to third. Wes Anderson. It's an RBI double. It's now 2-0 Mustangs as Reyes Rodriguez comes across the plate. Runners will be on second and third now for the Mustangs as Jared Bohm, the right fielder, will step to the plate. Bohm in the game on Wednesday. He went 3 for 5. Sixth batter to the plate has a great opportunity to put an even more crooked number on the board here in the first, as the first pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Impressive thing the Mustangs are doing here is hitting in hitters' counts. That 1-1 double by Blackston. He knew something was coming in that spot and was able to tail it away as in on the hands of Bohm. Count will go to 2-0. Wes Anderson single. He took a hitter's pitch. Very disciplined at the plate. That's something I'm impressed with in the little I've seen of this Mustang team so far. The 2-0 pitch off the plate. Count will go to 3-0 with one away, in danger of loading the bases up in front of Tony Swetzig. Vega, probably going to be a take all the way here for Bohm as the 3-0 pitch is high, and it's taken for ball 4. Second walk of the inning, 3 hits after the leadoff pop-up. And that will load the bases up with one away here in the first inning for Tony Swetzig. The Mustang shortstop, he went 1 for 4, drove in 2, and scored a run in the 18-5 win on Wednesday. Ain't got nowhere to put him, so you may as well try and get him out. He'll hammer the ball out to center field, and this is going to play to run. Everybody will move up one station as it was a high shot. Kovach didn't get a good read off the bat, and he could not get there. It'll be an RBI single as home comes Wes Anderson. Bases will remain loaded for the 8th batter of the inning, and Austin Kosman. It's now 3-0 Mustangs here in the first. Vega is just hitting way too much of the plate right now. And it's to his detriment as he'll paint the black to Kosman for strike 1. Kosman went 1 for 3 and drove in 2 in the ball game on Wednesday. The 0-1 pitch, he'll blister it off foul, and the count will go to 0-2. First Mustang to have 2 strikes and a count in this ball game. As Kosman will dig back in. 0-2 pitch on the outside corner, and he watched it by for strike 3. So he sat down for the second out of the inning. Bases remain loaded, and the Mustangs will bring their catcher Joey Schneider to the plate. Schneider went 3 for 4, drove in and scored a run in the win on Wednesday. And Mustangs have batted around here in the first inning. Like to keep it going. He's being shaded out in center field, slightly to left. First pitch waved at for strike 1 by Schneider. It's the first swinging strike of the inning. They take the bat off the shoulder, they make contact. 0-1. Vega. He'll fire the pitch. Schneider will watch it by inside, and the count will even out. One and 1, 2 away. Vega, high kick, pitch delivered. He'll paint the black for strike 2. So Schneider will have to battle to stay alive. 1-2, pitch delivered. Nice fight off there. It was on the upper edge of the zone. Count will remain. Can really tell this Mustang team has worked hard. I mean, you're 11-0 in the league. You have improved. This is a tough season because it is so condensed. You play ball over the summer. You have some time to work on things. Not so much here. These guys have done a great job. 1-2. Pitch delivered and rifled down the third base line, but foul. So the count will remain. Good thought. That plate's 2 if it gets out into the expansive left field here at Legion Field in Fort Morgan. 344 down the left field line and to center. 307 down the right field side. Patrolling left field is no easy job. That's Brian Schrock's duty. For the Pirates, Juan Aguilar's. For the Mustangs, 1-2. Pitch, swing, and a miss, strike 3, so that will retire the side. Mustangs plate 3, leave 3, got 4 hits, 3-0 through 1 here on B106. 3-0 for Morgan as we head to the second inning. The Mustangs on top of Englewood. I'm Ben Bleck. Our second inning brought to you by Premier Farm Credit. They're still the lender of choice for America's farmers and ranchers, understanding how passionate you are about agriculture, and they're dedicated to serving America in the good times and the bad. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending. It'll be Tyler Harris, Mario Vega, and Conrad Drollshagen. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Pirates here in the second. Still on the hill for the Mustangs, Kyle Daniels. After 2 strikeouts and 14 pitches in the first inning, he fires the first pitch in for a strike to Tyler Harris. 0-1. The lefty. He'll deliver the pitch behind Tyler Harris to even the count out 1-1. He's definitely got a delivery that's going to throw some batters off till they get used to him. 1-1 pitch, low roller over to third. Cosman knocks it down. He has time to fire it across the diamond and get the out at first to retire Tyler Harris, 5-3. One away, that'll bring Mario Vega to the plate. Mario Vega, the pitcher for the Englewood Pirates. He threw 33 pitches, striking out 2, walking 2. Gave up 4 hits in the bottom of the first inning. He'll try and make amends by being the first Pirate base runner on. Here in the second, he misses low, does Kyle Daniels, for ball 1. 1-0. Daniels, he'll fire, pitch, roped past the third baseman. An attempt by Cosman to get there, and that'll be the first base runner of the ball game for the Englewood Pirates as Mario Vega gets on with 1 away here in the second inning. Man on and a lefty, you're probably not going to see a super amount of aggressiveness on the base paths. But I've never seen Englewood play, so I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point. Conrad Drollshagen will step in. The right-handed hitting third baseman watches the first pitch. Well, it looked like he was going to watch it and then took the bat off the shoulder and fouled it straight down. 0-1. There's not a significant amount of speed behind Daniels' pitches. Tries to fire a fastball off the outside corner and does not get the swing. Count will even out at 1-1. That being said, that lack of a significant amount of speed is, I think, part of his allure as a pitcher. Not going to get a lot of good contact off of him as the 1-1 pitch misses low for ball 2. 3-0 Mustangs here in the second. 2-1. Daniels, breaking ball, lollipop curve, waved down by Drollshagen, and it will even the count out at 2-2. Daniels will take his signs from Joey Schneider. 2-2. Pitch delivered, fought off foul, count will remain. Part of Daniels' allure would be the lack of a hard-hit ball from any batter. Kind of hard to barrel him up with the break he's got on his pitches, but that's also maybe somewhat of a detriment here. You'd like a hard pitch for a hot shot double play here. 2-2. Pitch delivered high. Count will go full. Of course, again, I'm speaking from a college perspective of baseball as well. Payoff pitch. Daniels going to make a pick throw. He's keeping that in mind. Trying to keep Vega close at first after he singled. So he's still thinking possibility of a double play. Payoff pitch. He got a 3-2 strikeout in the first inning. Daniels going to make a second consecutive pick over to first before delivering his 3-2. The pitch delivered, popped up, foul to the backstop, and the count will remain full. This is the seventh pitch of the at-bat. 12th of the inning after 14 in the first from Daniels. 3-2. Fastball popped off foul. We'll do it again. Daniels will take his signs from Schneider. Step and a half, maybe two-step lead for Vega. Pitch waved out in the dirt. Strike 3. The ball was dropped, and Drolshagen got tagged. Third strikeout of the ball game. Mario Vega will remain on first with 2 away, and left fielder Brian Schrock will step to the plate for the Englewood Pirates. Daniels fires the first pitch, and Schrock lofts it out into left field. It's tailing foul. It's going to drop for strike 1. You can follow B106 on Facebook and Twitter, giving you updates throughout the ball game. Oh, and 1. Wow. Great location there. No strike call. Kyle Daniels looked like he dropped that one across the plate, but I'm not wearing blue, so I don't count. 1-1. Pitch delivered, fouled off. Count will go to 1-2. Staying ahead, staying ahead, staying ahead. That's a good mantra in baseball, though twice in this ball game, Daniels has gotten behind in the count and still found a way to get the strikeout. 1-2. He'll deliver the pitch, fouled off the foot of Schrock as he tried to exit the box. The count remains 1-2. Umpire will dust off home plate to give Brian Schrock an opportunity to gather himself again. He'll step back in. Daniels. He'll fire the pitch, and Schrock rings him up on the outside corner. Watched it by. So after giving up his first hit of the game, Daniels gets back-to-back strikeouts. 3-0 for Morgan. Middle of the second on B106. We come back to Legion Field for the bottom of the second. It's 3-0 for Morgan. I'm Ben Black here on B106. Our bottom of the second brought to you by MMI International. Before your next mixer or feeder truck purchase, compare the MMI designs, craftsmanship, and service. They continually outperform the competitors hands down. Call MMI International at 842-5161. It's the top of the Mustang order again here in the second after they batted around and in the first. It'll be Kyle Daniels, Chris Anderson, and Reyes Rodriguez continuing to face Mario Vega. Mustangs put 3 runs across on 4 hits. They left 3 in the first inning. Englewood Pirates, no runs across on 1 hit. They left the lone runner they've got in the top part of this inning. First pitch to Kyle Daniels is a ball. Daniels popping up to short in his first at-bat of the ball game. The 1-0 pitch off the plate for ball 2. Daniels on the season for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. He's hitting .365. He'll turn. He'll drop a bunt up the third base line, and he's probably going to leg this one out. Good charge off third, but just no way Drolshagen's going to get there. That's an infield single for Kyle Daniels. And he dropped it perfectly to get the leadoff man aboard here in the second inning for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. That'll bring Chris Anderson to the plate. He singled, scored a run his first time up. Chris Anderson batting .289 so far on the year. He's driven in 15. Vega. He'll fire the first pitch, and Chris Anderson pops it up foul territory. Drawshagen Camps catches, and that's the first out of the inning. 33 pitches in the first inning. You've got to remain patient. If you were the Mustang hitters, you're up 3-0. You can't be aggressively swinging at something like that. That was clearly a pitcher's pitch. I talked about the hitter's pitches in the first inning. One away, man still on first as Reyes Rodriguez steps in, walked and scored a run in the first inning. Vega looked Daniels back to the bag at first. He is getting a decent-sized lead, about 2.5 steps over at first. Vega, he'll fire the first pitch inside on the feet for ball 1 to Reyes Rodriguez. Nice 2.5 step lead again. Be interested to see the secondary lead. 1-0. Pitch, he's not got a secondary lead. He's got a secondary move, but the hit and run unsuccessful as Reyes Rodriguez knocks it back to the backstop. The count will even out at 1-1. Rodriguez, a .410 hitter on the year. He's driven in 18. He'll wave at the 1-1 pitch at the letters, and the count will go to 1-2. Not much of a fret situation, however. The Mustangs did find their way behind in the first inning, still able to plate their 3 runs. 1-2. Vega steps off. He'll make a throw over to first, trying to keep Daniels close. Can be a tough situation to turn a double on. But given that Daniels was moving on a previous hit and run, he's got a hit and run here as Reyes Rodriguez gets underneath it. He lifts it out to center field. This is back toward the fence. It is off the base of the fence. This is going to play to run, trotting into second with the RBI double. Reyes Rodriguez going first to home as he was moving on the play, Kyle Daniels. And this is a 4-0 Mustang game on Reyes Rodriguez's RBI double here in the bottom of the second inning. There'll be a man in scoring position now for cleanup hitter Wes Anderson. Anderson, an RBI double and a run scored in the first inning. Just a .220 hitter on the year, but he has driven in 15. He'll take the first pitch inside for ball 1. He's your prototypical power hitter from the left side. Anderson has a pair of home runs on the year as Vega delivers the pitch. Anderson got underneath it, popped it up in foul territory, and the easy catch will be made by Gutierrez, the Pirate catcher, for the second out in foul territory in this inning. 2 away men will stay on second now, and James Blackston will come to the plate for the Mustangs. .271 hitter on the year. He's driven in 14. Well, make it 15 now as he had the RBI double his first time up. Reyes Rodriguez, nice lead out at second as Vega fires the first pitch in off the belt for ball 1. One and 0 pitch popped up, foul territory, out of play, and the count will even out at 1-1. For Morgan Mustang baseball, in search of their 12th league win of the season, finishing a league perfect. It's the ultimate dominance. 1-1. Blackston awaits Vega, chin music, ball 2. Then you head to the next season, the postseason, next week if you're the Fort Morgan Mustangs. I think this team has the opportunity to do something pretty special in this postseason. The 1-1 pitch, 2-1 pitch, Blackston pops it up foul toward the first base line. And the catch will be made by Tyler Harris. 3 outs in foul territory, 2 hits and a run across. It's 4-0 after 2. Mustangs lead the Pirates here on B106. We come back for the third inning. It's 4-0. Fort Morgan on top of Englewood. I'm Ben Blecka here on B106. High Plains Bank with hometown service on a higher plane. That's High Plains Bank. Visit the friendly staff at 502 Central Avenue in Wiggins for assistance in opening a loan, equity line of credit, or a checking account. See what over a century of customer service can do for you at High Plains Bank. It's 8-9-1, Isaiah Kovach, Miguel Montez, and Mason Stepanich for the Englewood Pirates. As Kyle Daniels misses for ball 1 to Kovach, then hops the 1-0 pitch to the plate for ball 2. 4 strikeouts, 1 hit so far for the sophomore on the mound. The 2-0 pitch in at the knees, and the count will even out at 1-1. Nice work rate for Kyle Daniels, 33 pitches through the first 2. He's going to plunk Isaiah Kovach on the quadricep muscle, also known as the thigh. If he gets much further back, it's the gluteus maximus, but it wasn't that far back. Leadoff man's aboard. Miguel Montez will come to the plate. I amused myself. Half the goal in life, right? Montez, the second baseman, the final Englewood Pirates see the plate here in this one. Nobody out, man aboard, top of the third. Montez took the first pitch for a ball. Daniels, he'll fire the second pitch on the outside corner. The count will even out at 1-1. Montez. They'll dig back in. Not much of a lead, but the lefty on the hill. Little roller over to short. They'll go the short way. No, they won't. The attempt to go the short way, and Zwetzig could not pick it up and shovel it to Reyes Rodriguez at second. So Montez reaches on a fielder's choice. Isaiah Kovach is safe on second on an E6. And runners are on first and second. Now we'll see with traffic what Kyle Daniels does back to the top of the order, and right fielder Mason Stepanich, one of the 4 strikeout victims the first time through the order. Daniels, he'll fire the pitch on the black. Bunt showed, pulled back by Stepanich. It's strike 1. Pitchers, when you get traffic, especially a guy out there at second in scoring position, you see their rhythm get disrupted. 0-1. Pitch, bunt shown. It bends across the plate for strike 2. So the bunt out of the equation now for Mason Stepanich. You bunt foul with 2 strikes in the count, you're out. 0-2. Knapp's swing away. The defense dancing around behind Kovach out at second. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, all benders across the zone, and Stepanich, the leadoff man, sat down on 3 straight for the first out in the inning. Keeps the runners on first and second, and that'll bring Tristan Cisneros to the plate for the Englewood Pirates. He struck out looking in the first inning as well. Now 5 strikeouts in the game for Kyle Daniels. It's Daniels. He'll fire a fastball below the knees for ball 1. Cisneros was ahead in the count 3-1 and then watched 2 very hittable pitches by. The 1-0 pitch misses for ball 2. Daniels, he'll fire the 2-0 pitch, is at the letters for strike 1. This should be a pretty hittable opportunity for Cisneros. 2-1. Should see something you can drive here. Daniels. Just missed the letters, ball 3. Mustang coach is out to try and get Daniels to settle a little bit. He forced that one, and it came out of his hand wrong. 3-1. Got the runner jumping at first and picked him off. Great job by Daniels. Tough on a lefty pick move over to first. The Englewood first base coach doesn't agree, but he didn't balk. That was a completely legal move That's why you don't get a 3-step lead on a left-hander. 2 away as Miguel Montez is put down. Runner still on second, though. 3-1. He's moving. Pitch misses for ball 4. So he picked the runner at first, and then he replaces him at first with Cisneros. So runners on first and second, but there's now 2 away. Gerardo Gutierrez. Gutierrez popped up to second on the first ball that the Pirates made contact with in the first inning. They didn't make contact with hardly anything, and he goes swinging on the first pitch from Daniels. Counts 0-1. Leadoff hit batsman. Air has him safe at second. Pickoff and a walk this inning. Pirates have not been able to put together a hit, but have traffic. The 0-1 pitch missed off the plate, apparently, and the count leaving out at 1-1. Pitch popped up foul, out of play. Count will go to 1-2. 4-0 for Morgan here in the top of the third. They'll have 6, 7, and 8. Bohms, Wetzig, Cosman due up in the bottom part of this inning. Mustangs have put together 6 hits so far. Pirates 1-2. Daniels, swing and a miss, strike 3. He now has struck out 6, 2 in each inning. He leaves 2 in the top of the third. Bottom of the third next here at Legion Field. It's 4-0 for Morgan on B106. We come back for the bottom of the third here at Legion Field. It's 4-0 for Morgan on top of Englewood. I'm Ben Black. For the bottom of the third, brought to you by Valley View Villa. Look to the team at Aspen Rehabilitation inside Valley View Villa for your sports rehab, short-term or long-term care needs. Stop by 815 Fremont or call them today, 867-8261. The Fort Morgan Mustangs, it's Jared Bohm, it's Tony Swetzig, and it's Austin Cosman due up here in the third inning. The first pitch drilled high and deep out to right field and off the fence. The ball could not be chased down by Mason Stepanich. It's a leadoff double for Jared Bohm, who walked his first time up. He's in scoring position on the Mustangs' 7th hit of the ball game. The ball appeared to have some tail away from the right fielder, Mason Stepanich. He's dealing with a very shallow outfield. I've been to the field at Englewood. That outfield ain't shallow. With that 307 down the line here at Fort Morgan, he's dealing with a shallow area, maybe playing it a little bit differently defensively. Swetzig will step in. He had an RBI double his first time up. Left aboard in the first, takes first pitch outside for ball 1. Want to know, Vega remaining on the bump. He threw 46 pitches through the first 2 innings. Bunt dropped up the third base line. It is a beauty. Picked up by Drolschrag, and he'll throw it over to first. Ugh. Bang, bang play. The umpire says he's out, but the ultimate goal for Tony Swetzig there was to advance Jared Bohm to third. He achieved that. QAB right there. And 90 feet away, Austin Cosman just has to lift something to put his team up 5-0 here in the third inning. Vega. Next pitch will be his 50th of the game. First pitch off the plate for ball 1 to Cosman. He struck out looking for the second out on the first inning. Vega takes his signs, 1-0. Pitch delivered, swing and a miss for Cosman, and the count will even out. Cosman will dig back in. Vega. Bender behind the head for ball 2. Austin Cosman drove in a pair on Wednesday. He's driven in 14 on the season. He'll laser off foul the 2-1 to even the count out at 2-2. And 229 hitter on the year. Mustangs as a team batting .307. It's always a positive. 2-2, one away, man on third as the Mustangs try and add to their 4-run lead. Vega, he'll fire the pitch, swing and a miss. Not going to be Cosman that does it, second out of the inning. And it'll be on catcher Joey Schneider to try and plate a run here in the third. He struck out his first time up. Schneider for the Mustangs. It's his 19th game of the year. He's driven in 7. It's a .319 hitter. The first pitch, he'll swing and miss. Strike one, he opened up his stance too much early on in that swing. The ball was bending away. Had a step toward with the breaking ball, not away to try and inside out it. Vega delivers the pitch. There you go. Ball popped back foul. Count goes to 0-2. If you could see me dance when I demonstrate something. I'm not built for TV, I can tell you that. I move too much. 0-2. Vega. He'll fire the pitch. Nice fight-off foul. It was on the edge for Joey Schneider. Got the hands clear quick enough to keep it alive. Oh, 0-2. Vega. He'll fire. Schneider. Nice little grounder over, but it took a Sunday hop to short. Easy throw over to first. Got past the first baseman. High hop, Sunday hop. Could not be played cleanly. Over at first, Cisneros made a throw wide of the bag. Across the plate will come Jared Bohm. Joey Schneider will reach on the air. And then he'll move to second as the ball got past. And we'll have an infield visit to the mound with 2 away and a man in scoring position as the catcher for the Englewood Pirates, Gerardo Gutierrez, had some very quick words for Cisneros. Visits to the mound brought to you by B&B Appliance. A full line of in-stock and ready-to-be-delivered Whirlpool appliances. With the world moving toward more green energy, it's time for you to recycle your old and get in with the new appliances at B&B Appliance. Top of the order for the Mustangs with a man on second, now up 5-0 as the first pitch to Kyle Daniels is grounded over to second. Clean play, throw to first, caught in time, and a man will be left aboard. But the Mustangs got another across and through 3. They lead 5-0. Here on B106. We come back for the 4th inning here at Legion Field. It's brought to you by Ackley Building Center. Your one-stop center for home improvement projects. Ackley Building Center at 1402 Mill Street in Brush. Your one-stop shop for flooring, paint, tools, appliances, and more. It'll be the middle of the Englewood order. Tyler Harris, Mario Vega, and Conrad Drollschragen due up here in the 4th as 6 strikeouts so far in the game for Kyle Daniels, and he delivers a first pitch, swing and a miss to Tyler Harris, who's 0 for 1 in this ballgame. 51 pitches through the first 3. He's walked 1, given up a hit. Gets a swing and a miss from Tyler Harris, and the count goes to 0-2. Mustangs 5 runs, 7 hits in air. They've left 5. Pirates, no runs, 1 hit. They've committed an error, and they've left 3. The 0-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 3, and Tyler Harris down on 3 straight pitches to kick the inning off. 7th strikeout of the ball game for Kyle Daniels, who's also 1 for 3 at the plate. And he'll now face Mario Vega, who has the lone hit off of him. As a matter of fact, 54 pitches in this ball game. Only 7 pitches have been made contact with by the Englewood Pirates. First pitch, Vega watches it by outside. Count goes to 1-0. Daniels, the lefty, working the second time through the order. He'll deliver the pitch. It's popped up the chute, foul territory, gonna get out of play. And the count will even out at 1-1. Daniels last inning hit the leadoff man, and air extended it a shade, and guess who gets another hit? Mario Vega is 2 for 2 in the game as the lone 2 Pirate hits. As he takes the 1-1 pitch back up the middle, and a man's aboard here in the top of the 4th. It's 5-0 Fort Morgan. Looking to go to 12-0 on the season, finishing a conference slate undefeated. I don't care what conference you play in. I don't care how many games you play in that conference. Going undefeated deserves a round of applause, and the Mustangs trying to achieve that. Grolschragen struck out on 9 pitches his first time up. First pitch is in the dirt, blocked back into the field of play. Schneider gunned down to second, but could not get it there in time. So a pass ball take of second by Mario Vega will put a runner in scoring position in a 1-0 count to the Englewood Pirate third baseman. Kyle Daniels will take a long look at Vega. Pitch delivered, lifted, foul territory. Schneider on, and he'll make the catch in foul territory for the second out of the inning, and does a good job of quickly getting back toward the field of play to keep Vega down at second. 2 away, Brian Schrock will step in. He is one of the 7 strikeouts in this ball game. Two strikeouts an inning for Kyle Daniels so far in this game. Gets a swing and a miss for strike 1. Oh and 1. Breaking ball. Fought off foul. Count will go to 0-2. Two away. Like to leave another man out there. 3 have been left on so far for the Pirates. Daniels going to make a pick, and he guns it out into center field as the throw got past Witzig, but a good job charging out in center field by Blackston. One of the more underrated things is the way outfielders play on pick moves to try and back things up. A lot of guys just don't move. Causes some problems sometimes. 0-2. Daniels fights fastball off the plate for ball 1. Schneider setting up on the outside corner. Pitch goes high. He's not getting over the top of the throw right now, Daniels. Being able to snap it off. He's rolled over the 60 pitch count. 63. This next one will be his 64th. 2-2. Breaking ball, fouled off. We'll do it again. Like to leave Vega out at second. Daniels going to eyeball him. 2-2 to the plate. Pitch grounded right back to the mound. Easy stab off. Sidearm to first. And in spite of the second hit of the ball game, another man left on. Middle of 4, and it's 5-0 for Morgan. Here on B106. It's 5-0 for Morgan as we come back here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil. If you're tired of the same old lunch and dinner menu, switch it up and pick up something new from the hot and cold deli section at Stubbs Gas and Oil. Find great food at low prices at Stubbs Gas and Oil. In Wiggins, we head to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Chris Anderson, Reyes Rodriguez, and Wes Anderson due up here in the inning. Mustangs have been able to get a hit, an inning, 4 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, for 7 total in the game. Mario Vega, he walked a pair in the first inning. In the error last inning allowed the 5th run to come across. First pitch is in for a strike to Chris Anderson, who's 1 for 2 with a run scored in this game. Singled and plated the run in the first, popped up in foul territory in the second. The 0-1 pitch in on the feet, and the count will even out at 1-1. That's 61st pitch of the ball game for Vega. 65 pitches for Kyle Daniels through the first 4. He struck out 7, given up 2 hits, and walked 1. Anderson will dig back in on the left side. 1-1. Vega He'll fire the pitch. Anderson tries to bunt it and chips it foul. Mustangs got a bunt single out of Kyle Daniels in the second. And then Tony Swetzig nearly legged out a bunt single in the third. 1-2. Vega, he'll fire the pitch. Anderson watches it by high to even the count out, 2-2. Nice pace game here. As Vega delivers the 2-2, fouled straight back. Count will remain to the leadoff man here in the third. Leadoff man pop out in the first, bunt single in the second, double in the third. So more often than not, the leadoff man getting aboard for the Fort Morgan Mustangs against Englewood. 2-2, pitch driven high, deep, foul. Nice at bat, though, for Chris Anderson. Got behind 1-2. He's fought 2 off after getting back even to 2-2. Looking for his pitch. Vega. He'll fire it in off his hip. Well, that can be your pitch, too, because you get the leadoff man on for the third time in this ball game. And we'll see how aggressive the Mustangs are up 5. See if they start going after a guy. Really, once you start rolling yourself into this, 66 pitches, righty on the hill, you're going to get a nice lead. A lot of hit and run opportunities because his delivery slows a little bit to the plate. Some of the mental fatigue may forget to check the runner, forget to catcher as well, forget to call the pick move. Reyes Rodriguez, he's walked and doubled in this game. 1 for 1, a run driven in and a run scored. Back pick down to first, nearly thrown out into right field. As Reyes Rodriguez took the first pitch for a ball. Rodriguez saw Anderson on first in the first inning. Same situation as well. Nice lead. 1-0. Vega, he'll deliver the pitch in the dirt outside. Back pick shown but not made. 2-0. Vega going to keep an eye on Chris Anderson. Now he's going to step off and walk him back to the bag. 2-0. Pitch rifled out into right field, and this is into no man's land. Going to go first to third on the play is Chris Anderson. It's a single following the hit batsman, and runners are on the corners. Nobody out on Reyes Rodriguez's second hit of the ball game. And cleanup hitter Wes Anderson stepping to the plate with nobody away. He's 1 for 2 with a run driven in and a run scored in this ball game. He popped up to the catcher his last time up. He's seen 4 pitches. Like to see him be a little bit more patient. It's that cleanup guy. Look for your pitch. Look for the gap drive right here. You have an opportunity if Reyes Rodriguez is moving on the plate to plate 2 on a double. He'll take the first pitch he sees, rolls it over to second. Reyes Rodriguez runs into the tag. The run scores, and then the throw gets passed at first. Wes Anderson will score on the fielder's choice. Rodriguez put out. Across the plate will come Chris Anderson, as that will go down as a sacrifice fielder's choice, giving Anderson his second RBI of the game. 1 away, man on first. It's now a 6-0 ball game as James Blackston steps to the plate. 3 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 so far here in the fourth. But good part of the order for the Mustangs as Blackston watches the first pitch by low. He had an RBI double in the first, popped up to first his last time up. 1-0. Pitch delivered. Grounder back up the middle. Could be a double play ball. It was well hit. The tag on the bag at second over to first for 2. Double play. Blackston put down on the 6-3 DP. And that will end the inning, but not before the Mustangs played another run. They lead 6-0 as we head to the 5th here on B106. We'll come back for the top of the 5th inning. It'll be Isaiah Kovac, Miguel Montez, and Mason Stepanich due up for Englewood. 6-0 in favor of Fort Morgan. I'm Ben Black here on B106. Our 5th inning brought to you by Central Auto Parts. You want your vehicle and farm equipment to be in top shape, so make sure you take care of them. Purchase the best quality parts and accessories at great prices. It's your local Napa store at Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. On for his fifth inning of work will go Kyle Daniels. He's struck out 7, given up 2 hits, and walked 1 so far in the game. 65 pitches to this point in the game. He'll fire the first pitch, hop it to the plate for ball 1. He hit Isaiah Kovanch's first time up. He was left aboard as a part of the third inning. After sitting the side down in order, Pirates have had traffic each the last 3. 1-0, breaking ball, lollipop inside. 2-0. Daniels. He'll fire the 2-0 pitch low for ball 3, in danger of walking the leadoff man. You have a 6-run cushion. Just because you can afford to do it doesn't mean you should. It's kind of like taking out a second mortgage on your house. 3-0 on the outside corner. Count will go to 3-1. I offer financial advice too, apparently. Not just baseball. 3-1 pitch, pop back foul, and the count will go full. That's what happens when you talk to yourself for a living. Daniels working quickly on the payoff. 3-2, breaking ball, grounder over 2 short. Picked up by Swetzik on a 2-hopper. Nice throw across the diamond in time to get the first out here in the 5th inning. How to bring Miguel Montez to the plate. Montez reached on a fielder's choice, was cut down at first. So he got a huge lead against the left-hander for the Mustangs. It's the first pitch to him, outside for ball 1. For all your farm and ranch supplies, including Purina feed and everything, stop by at any of the Ace stores in Fort Morgan, Sterling, or Brush. That's Mr. D's Ace Home Farm Center. Their newest location, 122 Custer Street in Brush. The 1-0 pitch in for a strike. Miguel Montez. We'll see an even count as the train comes by here at Legion Field. I missed the horn blowing. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Count will go to 1-2. I'm probably the only one that misses the horn blowing, but it's nostalgia. 1-2 pitch. Bender in there on the outside corner, strike 3. 8th strikeout of the ball game as Miguel Montez is sat down 2 times through the order. 75 pitches for Kyle Daniels. If he's limited to 100, he can probably see another 5 or 6 batters here, depending on the way he works. He's facing a guy he's struck out twice, and Mason Stepanich, swing and a miss with 2 away. Count goes to 0-1. He'll step out. Stepanich has struck out twice looking, seen 7 pitches so far in this game. He'll watch the 0-1 pitch by, and the count will even out at 1-1. Daniels. Bender tried to frame it, just could not pull it back across the zone. Joey Schneider's done a nice job of framing a lot of pitches that are close. 2-1. Fastball, hop to the plate. There's no way you're framing that one. 3-1. Mustangs up 6-0 in the final game of the regular season. 3-1. Daniels. Fastball, low, ball 4. So it's second walk of the ball game for Kyle Daniels, and the sophomore with 2 away puts Stepanich on for Cisneros, who drew the other walk. Cisneros, somewhat of a make-good situation for him if he can come through and start the offense for the Pirates after committing a very egregious error in the 3rd inning. We're in the top of the 5th as he takes first pitch for a strike. There's a Sunday hop grounder over to short, and he missed first base by about 10 feet on the throw. Pick throw over to first as Stepanich gets back. Oh, 0-1. Daniels taking his signs from Schneider. Fastball, slow roll grounder, foul. was a hit and run, and the count goes to 0-2. I mean, at this point, if you're Englewood, you've just got to be aggressive. You've got to find some way anyway to get the job done. Pick throw over to first before coming to the plate. 0-2. Cisneros awaits Daniels. He'll fire the pitch. Ball lifted out to center field. Charging in hard and making the catch out in center field, James Blackston. So in spot of walk, another left on. That's now 5 left on for the Pirates. Mustangs lead 6-0, middle of 5 here on B106. We come back for the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 6-0 in favor of the Fort Morgan Mustangs. I'm Ben Blecker. Bottom of the 5th inning brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan, Northeast Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan with locations in Fort Morgan and Brush. Equitable Savings and Loan has the financial solutions for you. For the Englewood Pirates, they keep Mario Vega on the hill. It'll be Jared Bohm, Tony Swetzig, and Austin Kosman due up here in the 5th inning. It's been a good ball game so far for the Mustangs as they've been able to put together 8 hits. Now running every inning. Good aggressive situations on the base paths have led to opportunities to score. Bohm's reached twice safely. He takes first pitch outside for ball 1. Doubled and scored a run back in the 3rd. Walked and was left aboard in the 1st. 1-0. Vega. Pitch delivered. Bohm fires it off foul, and the count leaving out at 1-1. From what I've followed this year of Fort Morgan, this is just your prototypical Mustang baseball game. Workmanlike effort that's getting them in control early as Bohm waves it, the 1-1 pitch high. It'll be strike 2 on what should have been ball 2. 1-2. Vega. He'll fire the pitch. Bohm watches it by high, 2-2. The Mustangs have drawn in this ball game a pair of walks. They've driven out the 8 hits. They've struck out 3 times. 2-2. Bohm watches the pitch by low. Count goes full. And with the exception of the 2nd inning where they swung at some really bad pitches and popped out in foul territory, they've done a pretty good job of seeing what Vega's throwing. The 3-2 pitch waved out by Bohm. He's down on strikes, retired for the first time in this game. One away, that'll bring Tony Swetzig to the plate. Swetzig, an RBI single and a ground out to 3rd. He almost got on a bunt single on that ground out. As Vega fires the first pitch to him, wind kicks up here at Legion Field. It's turned from blowing in to blowing out. Counts 1-0 to the senior shortstop for Fort Morgan. Vega delivers the pitch. Swetzig belts a ball into the gap out in center field. This is going to roll all the way to the fence. He rounds first, trucks to second. The center fielder fell down trying to get there, so it's going to be no slide necessary. A double for Tony Swetzig. Puts a man in scoring position with 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning and brings Austin Kosman to the plate. Kosman is the only Mustang to not get on base in his first 2 times at the plate. He's struck out twice in this ball game. Good opportunity in scoring position here as the first pitch hopped to the plate. Nice block to keep it in front by Gerardo Gutierrez, the catcher for Englewood. Kosman has had runners in scoring position both his previous attempts at the plate. Not bad for the 8-hole hitter. Means guys are getting on. 1-0. Pitch low and in for ball 2. In fact, this is the 26th plate appearance for the Mustangs in this game. 15 of their 26 have had runners in scoring position. 2-0 pitch in at the knees for strike 1. Nothing like putting a little pressure on the opposition by having your fair share, about 55% of your plate appearances, with runners in scoring position. The 2-1, nice swing by Cosman, but opened up a shade over the top of. Pick attempt down to second, and Swetzig was standing on the bag before the pick attempt even got there. 2-2, one away, man on second. 6-0 for Morgan. Pitch delivered, swing, and a miss. Cosman down on strikes for the second out of the inning. His third time down, and it'll be up to Joey Schneider, the catcher, who twice in this ballgame has had 2 out runners in scoring position. Struck out to end the first, reached on an error that allowed run to come across. Mustangs going to try and find a run here in the 5th and avoid putting a bagel up for the first time in the game. First pitch to Schneider's off the plate for ball 1. Vega looking in, taking his signs. 1-0. Pitch, swing, and a miss by Schneider, and the count will even out at 1-1. Approaching the 90 pitch count is Vega. Two away, 1-1 pitch. Schneider rifles it back up the middle, and it finds its way into center field. Should play to run, rounding third, but not taking the bag, Tony Swetzig. So it's a 2-out single for Joey Schneider. Puts runners on the corners. Back to the top of the order to starting pitcher Kyle Daniels. And with Joey Schneider finding his way aboard, you will have a courtesy runner on for the Fort Morgan Mustangs, as TJ Bauer, will check in. Catcher gets aboard in an attempt to speed up the game. You let him get back to the dugout and get his gear on. 4th time through the order now. Kyle Daniels will step in. He'll take the first pitch in tight for ball 1. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored in this game. Vega getting his signs, his 90th pitch of the game right here. Runner moving and going to give second to Bauer. So runners on second and third, and a 1-1 count to Kyle Daniels. Vega, he'll fire the pitch. Daniels pops it up the chute on the infield. The catch is made, and that'll retire the side. So the Mustangs go scoreless for the first time in this ball game in an inning. They still lead 6-0 as we head to the 6th on B106. Come back to Legion Field for the 6th inning. Fort Morgan leading Englewood by the tally of 6-0. I'm Ben Bleck. R6 brought to you by Morgan Community College. Visit MCC online at morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session that will get you on the right track and find out what options are available to help you imagine your possibilities, believe in yourself, and achieve your goals with MCC. It's the heart of the order for the Englewood Pirates. Gerardo Gutierrez, Tyler Harris, and Mario Vega facing Kyle Daniels. 3rd time through the order. Gutierrez takes first pitch in on the feet for ball 1. Gutierrez 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout in the game. Daniels fires the pitch. It's fouled off, and the count will even out at 1-1. In fact, Mario Vega is the only Englewood Pirate with a hit in this game. He has a pair. No runs on 2 hits, rather, for the Englewood Pirates. Daniels fires the pitch in on the feet, and the count goes to 2-1 to Gutierrez. Outside of that, 2 walks, a hit batsman, and a fielder's choice are the other base runners. 2-1. Daniels, lollipop curve, drops across the zone, and the count will even out at 2-2. Conversely, 10 hits in the ball game for Fort Morgan to plate their 6 runs. Each team has an error. Mustangs have left 6 in scoring position, though. The 2-2 pitch, waved down by Gutierrez. Strike 3, he's down on strikes for the 2nd time in this game. It's the 9th strikeout of the ball game for the Mustang sophomore. 1 away, Tyler Harris will come to the plate. Harris, ground out to third and a strikeout. First pitch, holds back his swing on high heat away for ball 1. 0-1. Daniels. Bender, wow, that hopped in front of the plant foot of Tyler Harris. That Bender had him so fooled he swung at it. Was 18 inches low and 6 inches short. 1-1. Daniels. Going to see Harris call time. Pitch driven back up the middle. Tyler Harris drives the single with one away, and it gets past the center fielder, so the second Mustang air in the ball game will give Tyler Harris second. And he'll be in scoring position against Mario Vega, who has 2 previous hits in this ball game. Englewood Pirates are 0 for 4 in this ball game with runners in scoring position, as Schneider goes out to the hill to try and settle Daniels down. He's at 91 pitches. Nobody working for the Mustangs. Up with a 6-run lead, you're okay to work with. As I would venture to say that Daniels has gone over 100 pitches this season. Just given his typical work rate, he misses for ball 1 to Vega, and the number of innings he's thrown, I would presume that he pushes a little bit past 100. 1-0. Bender chipped off foul, and the count will even out at 1-1. He's a guy he's facing, let's see, his 23rd batter here. He's thrown 93 pitches. So he's using 4 pitches a batter. Not bad for a lower speed pitch breaking ball relying kind of guy. 1-1. Breaker driven over to third. It'll be scooped up by Cosman. He'll look the runner back, fire on to first, try to go corner to corner. The high throw will not allow the tag to be made. It's 5-3 on the putout. Vega retiring for the first time in this game. 2 away as Tyler Harris moves to third. Conrad Drolshagen got to come away with a hit in order to get the Pirates' first run across the plate. Either that or a pass ball, so a lot of onus on the catcher, Joey Schneider. Daniels. He'll fire the first pitch. It's rifled right at second, and that'll retire the side in spite of giving up his third hit. Another man left on, and it stays 6-0, middle of 6 on B106. We come back, it's 6-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. AC Ice proudly supports local high school sports throughout Northeast Colorado. When you need ice, don't settle for just any old frozen water. Get AC Ice. You can find it at any local grocery or convenience store near you. I'm Ben Blecka. It's a 6-0 lead, 3 hits so far for the Englewood Pirates, 10 for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Only bugaboo for the Mustangs right now is they've left 6 in scoring position. You do that in the postseason, probably not going to be up 6-0 against some of those teams that you're going to have to square off once you enter the state bracket. It'll be Chris Anderson, Reyes Rodriguez, and Wes Anderson due up here in the 6th. Mario Vega on the hill, 91 pitches through the first 5. He'll fire the first pitch inside for ball 1. Anderson, single hit by a pitch. He's scored 2 runs in this ball game. 1 for 2 reads his official line. Vega. The high leg kick, the pitch for Chris Anderson. Little flare out to center field. It's going to drop, and it's going to roll all the way to the fence. This is going to be big bases for the designated hitter. He rounds second and trucks to third. The throw-in not going to even require a slide. He'll slide just for posterity's sake. Get the jersey dirty. And it's a leadoff triple here in the top of the 6th inning. Again, the leadoff man on for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. That's now 4 of the 6 innings in this ball game. One of the reasons they find themselves up 6-0 as Reyes Rodriguez comes to the plate. Colorado Plains Medical Center wants to remind you accidents or illness can strike at any time, day or night, and when they do, every second counts. As a Level 3 Trauma Center, CPMC is ready to handle any type of emergency. Colorado Plains Medical Center, where expertise matters. The first pitch right back up the middle, and Reyes Rodriguez makes this a 7-0 ball game. The leadoff triple by Chris Anderson, the RBI single by Reyes Rodriguez. He's yet to be retired today. He's got 2 singles, a double and a walk, 2 driven in. He'll stand on first as Wes Anderson steps to the plate with nobody out here in the 6th inning. Anderson, he's driven in 2 in the game. His official line reads 1 for 2. He calls time as Vega was taking too much of it. Single and a run scored in the first. Pop up to the catcher in the second. Sacrifice fielder's choice for an RBI in the fourth. Pick throw over to first before coming to the plate to deal with Anderson. Vega, he'll deliver the first pitch low for ball 1 to the lefty. He'll come set after delivering his 95th pitch of the game. The 1-0 pitch roped over to first. Tag on the bag at first for 1, over to second for 2, double play. That is a 3-6 double play. That's usually not the direction you see that one going, but Wes Anderson's put down for the first time in the game, and 2 away as James Blackston will step to the plate. Good field over at first by Tyler Harris. Blackston 1 for 3 with a run driven in this ball game. Vega will fire the first pitch to him. Little topper, that is not Blackston. That's a fire over to first as the Mustangs brought Jared Henderson to the plate there for James Blackston. And that will retire the side as he's put out 4-3. Mustangs played a run, though. They lead 7-0 as we head to the 7th here on B106. We come back for the 7th inning here at Legion Field. It's 7-0 Fort Morgan. Willow Coffee, Tea, and Smoothies and G Sweets Bakery offer cookie muffins and sweetbreads made fresh daily. Pair with your favorite coffee, latte, smoothie flavors and you are set. Open 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and Saturday 7 to 4. Stop by and see him at 921 Edison in Brush. A lot of changes. I mentioned that Henderson came in hitting to end the inning. He's in the ball game playing over at first base. Wes Anderson has stepped on. He will throw here. Moving out into center field is Kyle Daniels for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. I believe Jared Bohm has exited the ball game, I think would be how this situation would work. I'm not 100% sure. I think he has exited, and the Mustangs will try and finish out the shutout and go 12-0 on the year. 7, 8, and 9, Brian Schrock, Isaiah Kovac, and Miguel Montez. 95 pitches for Kyle Daniels. He struck out 9 in line to get the win as the first pitch from Wes Anderson. It's inside for ball 1. Second one is driven down the third base line, curved foul, and the count will even out. Schrock 0 for 2 in this ball game. Well, there was somebody new in right field. Who was that in right field? That's the one I missed. TJ Bauer is out in right field, so that defensive change here as well for the Mustangs as the 1-1 pitch is in for a strike, and the count will go to 1-2. The 1-2. Bender Anderson. Yeah. Could not be painted on the black. Count will even out at 2-2. Anderson, fastball in the dirt. Count goes full. 3 hits, all that was allowed by Kyle Daniels as the starter. Walked a pair. Very efficient ball game for him. Payoff pitch for Anderson. Ball's driven back up the middle and into the gap out in right center field. Good hard charge by Daniels. It'll be a leadoff single for Brian Schrock, a man aboard here in the 7th for the Fort Morgan Mustangs on the season. Pitching-wise, let's get down to that part of the roster. Wes Anderson's thrown 8 innings, 10.50 ERA. He's got a 1-2 overall record in 3 appearances. Struck out 14, walked 13 in the 8 innings. He'll face Isaiah Kovac Pitch in the dirt for ball 1. 7-0 for Morgan. 1-0. Anderson fires it in for a strike, and the count leaving out at 1-1. Anderson fires the 1-1 in the dirt, ball 2, and Schrock will scurry back to the bag at first. Anderson, nice fire, couldn't hold the swing. Around goes Kovach, and the count leaving out at 2-2. Anderson gets a wave, strike 3. Kovach put down for the first out here in the 7th inning. Runner remains on first as Miguel Montez will step to the plate for the Englewood Pirates. 0 for 2 today, reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. Picked off, napping at the bag. He's also struck out looking. Anderson will fire the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1 to him. Great opportunity for this Mustang team to carry momentum into the postseason. 1-0. Pitch painted on the black. Beautiful location by Anderson and a great frame right there by Schneider. Count will even out. 1 away here in the top of the 7th. Anderson, fastball, roller over to first. It got by, picked up at second, the fire on to first, and that's going to get by Anderson. Wouldn't have had it beat anyway. Little roller. Henderson couldn't pick it up. Good charge at second by Reyes Rodriguez. And Miguel Montez will be on base at first. Runners on the corners. 1 away and back to the top for the Englewood Pirates. And Mason Stepanich. Stepanich walked left aboard his last time up. He struck out twice as well. Anderson. He'll fire the first pitch on the black to the lefty for strike 1. Oh, 1. Schrock down at third. Montez over at first. Defense going to be reset by Joey Schneider from behind the dish. On 1. Anderson going to take his signs from Schneider. The pitch off the plate and the count leaving out. Anderson. He'll lock and load on the outside corner for a strike. One away here in the top of the 7th. 1-2. Anderson taking his signs. Long sequence run by Schneider. Pitch delivered inside. Ball gets passed, and the Pirates are going to plate their first run of the ball game on wild pitch pass ball as Brian Schrock comes home down to second on the play. Will go Montez, so he remains in scoring position. Count goes, I believe, to 2-2 to Mason Stepanich. Stop, shop, and save on all your grocery needs and snacks for your game time enjoyment at Brush Grocery Cart. You can also pay your public service bill and access Western Union Brush Grocery Cart at 1302 Edison Street in Brush. 2-2, pitch. Missed. Apparently it was 3-1, and that's a walk. Stepanich drawing the walk. So men on first and second, 1 away, and a run across for the Pirates here in the top of the 7th. Tristan Cisneros will step in 0 for 2 with a walk in this ball game. First pitch to him, Wes Anderson in at the knees for strike 1. Oh, 1. Anderson. Bender. Whoa! Started at the chin, ended at the belt. Started literally at the chin, ended across the plate. Strike 2. Got some nasty movement on that. 0-2. Anderson. He'll make the pick throw over to first. Just got back in under the tag, did Mason Stepanich. Henderson couldn't get the tag down in time. 0-2. Anderson, Bender, couldn't paint the black. Count goes to 1-2. Fort Morgan Mustangs look to finish the season 12-0 in Colorado 7 play. 1-2, fastball in at the knees, strike 3. He's got the second out of the inning, keeps the runners on first and second. As Pirate catcher Gerardo Gutierrez will step to the plate. Gutierrez, 2 strikeouts and a pop up to second. 7-1 is the lead for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Anderson puts the first one in at the belt for strike 1. Oh, 0-1. He'll take his signs from Schneider, keeping an eye out at second. Pitch delivered, ball grounded back out into right field. Could plate the second run. Picked up, and the gun in from right field is made to the plate and on line. The runner got stuck going around second. The throw from catcher goes back out into center, back home, and the run will come across. Good throw initially in out of right field by Bauer. And then going around second, Stepanich slipped. Schneider tried to pick him off. And then as they tried to pick him off, Miguel Montez took home. So it'll be a single for Gerardo Gutierrez. It's now a 7-2 ball game. Runners on first and second, 2 away. Into the plate for the Englewood Pirates will come Tyler Harris. First pitch to him outside. Schneider blocks it, picks it up. He has a gun down to second, but the throw to the shortstop side of second base, unable to pick off Gutierrez, so runners are on second and third now. As Tyler Harris has a 1-0 count. It's going to turn into a save situation here pretty soon if Wes Anderson can't find that final out. 1-0. Pitch below the knees, 2-0. Anderson takes his signs, 2-0. Pitch blistered off foul, and the count will go to 2-1. 3 hits allowed by starter Kyle Daniels. 3 hits in this 7th inning for the Englewood Pirates. 2-1. Fastball, swing, and a miss. Strike 2, and the Mustangs are 1 strike away from going undefeated in Colorado 7 play. Anderson, the right-handed senior, will toe back on. He'll take his signs from Joey Schneider. He'll fire the pitch. Breaking ball rolled foul. We'll do it again. Top of the 7th inning. Anderson, he'll step back on, checking the runners on second and third. He'll fire, pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3, and the Mustangs go undefeated in Colorado 7 play. The final tally in this one is 7-2. 2 more left aboard for the Englewood Pirates. What we'll do, we'll take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll run down the final box score for you. The Fort Morgan Mustangs down Englewood 7-2 here on B106. Welcome back to the post-game show as the Fort Morgan Mustangs win 7-2 against the Englewood Pirates. I'm Ben Blecke here on B106. Our Mustang postgame show brought to you by Buildings by Design. Knowing who you can trust and do a good job is the tough part nowadays. But when you hire Building by Design, you can trust you'll get the building you want, when you want it, and with the quality you deserve. start your building project right, start with Buildings by Design. It was all Kyle Daniels in this ball game, the 9 strikeout performance. He gave up just 3 hits and allowed no runs on 95 pitches through the 6 innings. He earns the win in this ball game. He held the Englewood Pirates in check. They were able to plate 2 runs on 3 hits in the final inning, a walk, but 3 strikeouts for Wes Anderson, and he comes on to end it. Fort Morgan Mustangs in the ball game did pretty darn well at the plate. We'll go down the batting order as Kyle Daniels went 1 for 4 and scored a run in this ball game. Chris Anderson, the designated hitter, went 2 for 3. He plated 3 as he came across 3 different times in this ball game, thanks to Reyes Rodriguez, unquestionably in my eyes the best hitter in this ball game. Drew a walk, scored a run in the first, an RBI double in the second. He singled in the 4th, and then the RBI single in the 6th. His final line, 3 for 3, 2 driven in and a run scored. Wes Anderson went 1 for 3, drove in 2 and scored a run. James Blackston, he went 1 for 3 and drove in a run. He was replaced defensively. 0 for 1 went Henderson in his lone appearance in the game. Jared Bohm went 1 for 2, scored a run in this ball game. Tony Swetzig 2 for 3. He drove in a run. Austin Cosman 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, and Joey Schneider, the catcher, 1 for 3 in the ball game. Not a shabby performance at all for Mario Vega in the pitching realm of things. He threw 107 pitches, did he, in 6 innings of work. He also went 2 for 3 at the plate, but just not enough as the Fort Morgan Mustangs go 12-0 in Colorado 7 league play. So an exciting ball game for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. They're postseason bound. Always great to hear that. And it's been a pleasure to cover this team. They'll be in the postseason next week, and I'm sure you can stay pointed to B106 and B106.com for the latest of when they're going to play in the postseason. I'm Ben Blecka, very glad to have brought you this afternoon, and enjoy your Friday evening and a great weekend. Fort Morgan Mustangs, the final tally over Englewood, 7-2 here on B106.